If you're in perimenopause and you've been scrolling to find out, how should I actually be looking after my symptoms? And in fact, why do I have all these symptoms at all? Then you need to just stop right here because I'm going to give you 3 things that will make all the difference. And the last one is probably a little bit trickier. So let's go through that when we get to it. Okay, number one, the very first thing that you're going to do is some form of movement, ideally strength training. Now, I know that actually sounds hard, but it's not that hard. So here's how you're going to do it. If you've never trained in the gym before, don't worry. All you need to start doing is some body weight style training. Get on YouTube or find some videos that help you move your body in a functional way. So we're talking squats, lunges, push-ups, a little bit of core work, some planks, and just slowly build up your strength until you go, okay, that's not too hard. Then you're going to start adding resistance. Now, by adding resistance, this is the part where it starts to make all the difference to your menopause symptoms and your overall health for the long term. Just grab some resistance bands, something that you can resist against, and it'll feel really tough at first. Like anything that's tough, it gets easier over time. So build yourself up until it's not burning quite so much. And then you're going to switch those resistance bands to some dumbbells. Once you got yourself some dumbbells, you're back to feeling like, okay, this is kind of hard as well. So you want to do repetitions between 8 and 12 repetitions, okay? So that towards the end of 12 repetitions, it's actually feeling kind of hard. Now you're building muscle, and that lean muscle tissue is going to help your menopause symptoms in the following ways. Having more lean muscle tissue will ensure that you burn fuel more efficiently because you've been losing muscle pretty rapidly as you're going through perimenopause, and you probably notice the weight gain and the brain fog and the anxiety and the sore joints and the sore muscles and the fatigue and like a whole host of other things. A lot of that has to do with the fact that you're losing lean muscle. As soon as you start training in a way that puts a bit of pressure on that lean muscle, you'll also be laying down some really good foundations for stronger bones for the future. I mean, who wants to be that old lady that falls over and then has to rely on everyone to look after them? Not here, not on my watch. So once you've built up your strength through using dumbbells, you might consider going to the gym. And if you already have a gym membership, then you'll be doing something really similar. You'll start off with some body weight training, then you'll start adding in some dumbbells and maybe some kettlebells, and you'll be using some machines. And gradually over time, you will notice yourself getting stronger. Now, how many times should you be doing this? Minimum twice a week, full body, and make sure you have a good rest in between. That's number one done. Number two, here we go. I was tossing up between, do I tell you about nutrition or do I tell you about one of the things that I think is going to make all the difference like today? Let's go with that. Sleep. You need to get some sleep. And I know it's a catch-22 because as you're going through perimenopause, you might notice that you're awake between 2 and 5 a.m. and you're like, I cannot sleep. But getting on top of your sleep, like really taking care of yourself throughout the day, getting outside, hitting that morning sunlight into your eyes is the beginning of you getting some really good sleep at night. Walking will help with your sleep. Not watching television or screens at night will help with your sleep. Eating a high protein, low GI meal at night before 7 o'clock at night will help with your sleep. Progesterone will help with your sleep. That brings me on to number 3. Okay, number 3 is a little bit tricky because we've come through menopause, or I've come through menopause in a life stage where there wasn't a lot of information around hormone replacement therapy. Now, I'm not a person that's up here waving the flag, you should all be on hormone replacement therapy. I don't agree that everybody needs to be on it, but as a fitness professional who put all those other health practices into place to manage my menopause symptoms and then still not be able to get on top of it, I found hormone replacement therapy really helpful. But like I said, it's not for everyone, but here's what you need to do to try to explore if that's going to be a really good thing for you. Going to log all the symptoms of what you think are perimenopause, and it's easy enough to find a list of perimenopause symptoms. In fact, I've got one in the link in my bio, a free perimenopause symptom tracker. You just download that thing and you just track your symptoms. Once you've got a list of symptoms over the period of about 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to make an appointment with your doctor and you're going to go and confirm whether you're in perimenopause or not. If you're under the age of 45, they're very highly likely asked to take a blood test, and that's fine. If you're over the age of 45 and you're with a menopause trained doctor, they will confirm that you're in menopause based on symptoms alone. If you have had health issues in the past to do with thyroid or iron, it's still likely that they'll probably want to do some blood tests. So just roll with that. when you're at your doctor's, you probably want to discuss the opportunity of all the different ways that you would want to manage your menopause symptoms. And this could include hormone therapy. It could include SSRIs if you have anxiety or depression. It could include any other range of things. Think of it like a buffet. Don't discount anything because we're all different. Every woman's experience through menopause is different. So be really open-minded. But I think for 80% of women who go on hormone therapy, it works. So just in summary, those three things: strength training, get some sleep, and go and see your doctor and talk about your menopause experience. If you like this kind of content, then follow along and don't forget to download that free tracker. Bye.